All right, guys. So we're pretty warmed up right now. We got
What?
the sun on us. Well, the sun's better than nothing. Anyway.
It's not warm.
Okay. It is actually really cold. All right. So what we're doing today is we're building our flower beds for around our house. Now I'm going to be taking these flower beds out 3 foot from the house because I want to leave some space beside the back side of the house. This is all going to plant. We're going to plant some flowers and some small shrubs here, kind of fill up around the house, make it really nice, good looking. This is all leftover lumber that we had from the garden area that we used as temporary posts for our fencing around our garden. The new fencing will be done with 4x4s, concrete, and be put in there to last forever. These, on the other hand, we have them left over, so why not use them to do a trim or a border for our beds. So, as you know, we're going to take it off 3 foot away from our house. That gives us ample space between the front and the back side. And we're going to go too high, and eventually we're going to get to the front, and you guys will get to see that, where we had to take it up 3 high because of the way it slants down, the way the land runs. So what we're going to do is eventually we're going to have a truck brought in of chert. If you guys don't know what chert is, look it up on the internet. It's kind of a crushed clay with stone, and it's a mix, and it packs really, really good. We're going to fill in this side to get this side level, and we're going to do the same all the way down. So all this will be level and our beds will be made. Now in those beds we're going to put our topsoil, which is our mix for growing, and we're going to put a lining hopefully down to keep the weeds from penetrating, to kind of keep some of the mice and the rats and that stuff kind of out of there for the time being. Now what we're going to be doing is I'm going to get some tools. We're going to start cutting up some of these, and we're going to show you, we're kind of going to do it kind of a log style, but it'll be flush on the end caps, where it means that we take one piece and we line it up with another piece, and it's kind of a puzzle. We're putting the puzzle together. I'll show you once I get the pieces cut. So at that point we're going to get started and get working on this. How about you, Amy? You ready?
Yep.
She's going to be doing some work today. So it's Saturday. It's a decent day. It's cold, but it's a decent day as far as sun.
Yeah.
We got some major rain and storms coming tomorrow, and then through the week periodically we got some snow. So when you get a day like this, you have to take advantage of it. Yeah. I mean, Amy's already cleaned the coop. She's got the coop done. She did the run, sprouted all new hay through the run. It's working out great.
Yeah, our chickens are happy again.
Chickens are happy. We went and turned over our compost pile.
Yep.
And we got that turned over, and that's turning out really good, really dark, rich soil. Thank you, chickens.
We're excited about that.
We're excited about that.
That's gonna be good soil in a couple of years,
we got so much going on here. Well, I don't want to run my mouth too much. Let's focus on this that we're doing right now, and we're going to get this done. And you ready, Ames?
Yeah.
Well, let's go to town.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I did have to buy a new pair of gloves. I didn't want to because they're expensive and they're not cheap, but I had to buy a new pair of gloves. Hopefully these will work. Uh-oh.
Oh, they're doing maneuvers today.
Yep, we got the government's doing their maneuvers today, the military. God bless all you guys out there who serve in the military or have served in the military.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. We greatly, greatly appreciate you. Unlike some people, I won't go and acknowledge about putting you in a garage, if you get my drift.
Yeah, they're there.
Where at?
Way over on the other side of the tree line.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a military base pretty close to us, maybe 100 miles away, and they fly the, what are they, the Apache helicopters?
No, not Apache. Blackhawks.
Blackhawks. The ones that have the 2 propellers, the huge helicopters, but they practice refueling.
Yeah, that's not a Blackhawk, but yeah. Anyways, go on with it.
Okay. They do the refueling with the refueling plane, so we'll see them. They'll fly. We're almost straight south from where the base is.
Yeah. And
so we'll see them fly south with the refueling plane. They've got the lines with the fuel coming out the back, and the helicopters fly up to them, and they practice refueling. It's so cool.
Yeah. So if we can,
they do it 2 at a time.
Yeah, 2 at a time, sometimes 1 at a time. But if they come by today and we can do it, I'll shoot up the video and you can
Yeah.
watch how close they come. I mean, they come pretty darn close.
They've flown right over top of the top of us before.
I hate new gloves. I don't know about you.
Gotta work them in.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these out in the rain tomorrow. That'll soften them up and get them so I can stretch and get them moved.
And they'll look like this eventually.
Yeah, I got another single pair that I could use. If you leave them in the rain and they soak up all the water, they get really pliable, really easy on your hands, grab real easy. These things are like what I call schmoo fingers, marshmallow fingers. Look, this, I mean, that's about what you can do with this. That's what I can do with this, because they're not pliable yet. So I just put them in some water and let them soak and dry out, and stretch them and turn them and twist them, and I'll get them like these, and they're comfortable when they're like this, man.
Yeah, these are good.
So, alrighty. Well, enough of that. Enough of that bull hockey. Let's get on with the show. Alright, so another thing I want to tell you is, you guys, I'm using Hillman screws for this. I am not using nails, except for the nails that were left in here. But these will be the screws that we're using for them. They're 3.5 inch. They're more than long enough to go through and to tie into the other one. You know, they come with a bit and everything. Just buy a big box. Don't buy a little box if you're going to do this. One, landscaping timbers are super cheap, so there's a lot of stuff you can use temporarily to build with. I wouldn't use them as a permanent, but temporarily you can use these. Yeah, I mean, these held up our fence posts for almost a year.
Yeah.
And they last. I mean, they did well, but it was temporary. Again, temporary. I want to emphasize that. Very, very, very true. So, okay. Alright, so to try to give you guys an idea of how this is going to work out. Alright, so we have our 3-foot piece, which I think is this one right here. Yeah. And this one is to kind of just give you an idea of the situation, alright? Okay. So this one's going to go on the outside like this. The 32 is going to go on the inside, and then where I got the mark here will go over the top of that. And then what we'll do is we will screw this down on here. This is the long stretch that runs all the way down the cabin, and this is the overlay on how we lock it into place. We'll put the 32 on the bottom and the 3-foot on top. So from the outside of this into where the cabinet will be 3 foot. This is a 3-foot piece. So we'll get to show you how we do that. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to go ahead and screw these together so they're done. This side will actually go up against the cabin. I'll get that screwed in. All right. Alright, so this is all together. Now what we'll do is we're gonna carry it down here, and I'll show you the next step. It's actually pretty simple, and that's pretty much how it's gonna look. Then what I'll do is I'll put a screw in here, screw here, and we'll run the next piece all the way down across. But now the real work comes into play. We got to dig all this out. So in the cold weather, it's a good idea to do this now because I got to dig it all out. So I'm going to go ahead and screw that together. Okay, first one's in. And then we'll measure off from the house and make sure it's 3 foot from the outside all the way down the side of the house. That gives us, like I said, you don't want anything pushed up tight against the house. So you want a gap behind the house, front, whatever you want it to be. The chert that we're bringing in will be up to the top of the first row. So that's where the chert will stop. And then the second row will be what you get to see visually. So let's get through and get this stuff done. All right, guys, so we got our runners put down for that. Ran into a couple snags and tears there, but it's because these things have been fence posts. Some were bowed, some weren't, so we tried to reform them, get them to work, but we got them to work. So we got to run down there all the way to the back. Now, if you look all the way to the very back, you'll see how high it is. That's all going to be filled up with chert, so you're not going to see any of that. The chert's going to go up the first row, and the second row will be the one that you'll see off the ground. The one that the grass will grow up against, you weed eat, take it out, done, easy, simple. Right here in the front that we're doing right now, that you can see right here, we're going to do that. We got that partially done. It's just a matter of just screwing it all together and getting it all stable. I mean, that's pretty darn stable through there. Now we have some nails out there that we're going to have to hammer in, and that's what I got Amy for. So Amy, if you want to grab that hammer, it's a good way to teach them how to hit a nail in. Plus it gives them some exercise, banging it. Then they can get mad. She's gonna try to karate kid it and put it in one shot. That's what my old shop teacher did with me. He put a nail in and say, hey, whoever could get the nail in this in one hit, you got an A. I did in one hit, got an A, because I had experience from my grandpa and my dad. So, but yeah, I got an A for that class, and I still finished all the projects. Pretty impressive. Well, anyways, when you're a kid and you're 7 years old, that's pretty impressive. So Amy's gonna go ahead and nail those in. So go ahead, Amy, go to town, start nailing. See, she can do it. Anybody can do it. All right, so she's gonna get these things nailed in, and we're gonna get the rest of the front finished to get the cutouts. It looks pretty good. I think it'll work out good. We have decided that along this side we're gonna plant some holly bushes. They're thorny. They keep animals and people out. You walk into the last thing I want to be stuck with a thorn bush. And then we're gonna get some miniature evergreens and put some miniature evergreens on the ends, on the corners. So they'll come in and fill in real nice. They'll look good. And they're easy to take and manicure. So that's what I'm hoping for anyway. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we're gonna get back to work. So I'm gonna let you watch Amy put some nails in. All right, way to go, baby. Proud of you.
This is fun. Can I do some more?
Yeah. That's my honey right there. All right, guys, so you got to see Amy hammer some nails in. Woo woo, she did something today. No, I'm joking. She did a lot. She actually did all the measurements from the tiny house to where we have the bed started. She also grabbed all the posts, put all the posts down, make sure that they were level and sturdy. She's doing really good. So you got to teach your other half how to do this stuff. So when they decide they want to do something, They don't come and ask the honey-do list. They say, to hell with you, I'll do it myself. So at that point, guys, we're gonna keep going on this. Next run is the front. So let's get that front done. What do you say? All right, guys, we got it done. It's all cleaned up. Got it ready. As you can see, we did that run down there. We did the front half here. Took you around, show you. It's all nice, it's done.
Yep.
So fact being of this is, even during the winter time, of course we're lower middle Tennessee, I don't know, middle Tennessee, and the weather's a little bit different than you guys up north, but when you get a day, get some of your stuff done now so you be prepared when spring comes to get it done.
Yeah. The front side here is now all ready for dirt.
Yep, it's ready for topsoil or chert or plants. I mean, we are literally ready.
Yep.
So when the time comes, we can just start planting and be done with it, not worry. But yeah, so we got this part done. We still got to have our chert brought in. You guys get to see videos on that. Us leveling off our land and getting ready. And I think that's about it for today.
Yep.
We have to clean up. Sorry about the noise in the background. That's our generator pumping for a well, so we can fill up our totes to make sure we have shower and water to take a shower, and water to do dishes, and water to feed the chickens or give the chickens something to drink. So at this point, guys, don't forget, hit that thumbs up, that's subscribe, tell your friends about us, and hey, we're the Swisher Homestead. We're doing it real here in Tennessee. Real here in Tennessee. So at that point, guys, God bless you all. Hi to you all. Thank you all for coming and watching us and taking the time out.
Yep.
And until next time, we'll see you there. Bye now.
Thanks.